Dawson's Rambles.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here today with some Power Rangers news because we had Hasbro Pulse Con today, and this video is going to be about the Dino Fury stuff, and we pretty much got what we expected, maybe a little bit less, but honestly it's fine. We did get the casting reveal officially for 3 out of the 5 Rangers. We got it for red, for blue, and for pink, but no black and green yet, which is kind of weird, but I feel like the fandom's gonna have a meltdown, but it's not a big deal. Real quick little intercut here because I saw this information just as I was about to start editing, but we have the names of the 3 Rangers, like the names of the characters. Red is Zaito, blue is Ollie, and pink is Amelia. Don't really have thoughts on those names because they're names, other than Ollie makes me remember Oliver Queen. Especially because these castings confirm the rumored cast we have in the news for the last few weeks. So basically it soft confirms for sure the rumored cast is going to be the cast. Like, you know, whether there might be some changes, some of them could be green or black, one could be gold, who knows, maybe there was a comedic relief character mixed in there, but it basically confirms what we already know in terms of the casting leaks. So they only technically confirmed 3, but by doing that they more or less confirmed the rest. It's definitely interesting. They said they're going to stay tuned for more later. I think that's an interesting approach. Maybe they're just trying to keep like the news cycle going, because then they'll get more news later when they reveal it. Maybe they want to do a special reveal if Green does end up being a girl. Who knows? But that was kind of funny and unexpected. I feel like everyone's gonna be mad, but I found it to be funny because the fandom's been so obnoxious about getting the cast, and then they only did 3, so I found it to be kind of hilarious. But in addition to that, we got our first trailer, which is our classic boilerplate trailer that has primarily like 99.9% Ryusoulger footage where it says like even newer Zords and gear with even more zing and pep, and it just shows off all that stuff because they haven't gotten a chance to film anything yet. I think they just got to New Zealand, or they're just about to get to New Zealand. The only bits of new information and new anything was there was 2 shots at the beginning which I didn't recognize from Ryusoulger. I mean, the dinosaur one could have been from it, but there was a couple shots right at the beginning and some little like CGI logo shot. That was like the only new stuff I detected visually, and then they just talked about a general plot a little bit. You know, obviously most of the time they were talking about, again, even newer Zords with even more zing and pep. But at the beginning they said, like millions of years ago, the morphing grid was brought to the Earth by a force or whatever. So that's kind of interesting. And then it says like, oh, the villains are coming to take that power. So that's going to be maybe a little repetitive since they were after the Morphex and stuff, and now we're entering a season if they're going to be after morphing grid power somehow. I hope it's not quite like that, just because it's kind of giving me flashbacks to when you had Dino Charge when they're after the Energems, then they were after the stars, so I'm hoping it doesn't quite end up being like that. But that's definitely an interesting line about the prehistoric force bringing the morphing grid to the Earth. It could mean Zordon, because there's lots of rumors about tying this to past seasons and stuff, and there was that rumor about the past Rangers being mentors, which we don't know if it's true or not, because the language could also very well mean the mentor Rangers from Ryusoulger. So it could be that, you know, you could read into that means they're talking about Zordon, whether it leads to any actual physical connections or just a reference connection. But it could be just a new mythology wrinkle. I feel like that'll probably upset people, but that could be potentially interesting. It would be kind of interesting if they almost tied these guys as precursors to MMPR in a way. Like, again, it would rewrite the mythology, but that was definitely an interesting line beyond the, you know, oh, they're gonna fight an alien invading force, that they talk about how the morphing grid was bought. They bought it. It was like $1.99 at the time, you know, inflation. No, but you know, the morphing grid was bought. Can I speak? Morphing grid was brought to the Earth millions of years ago, so there's, you know, that was at least an interesting quote to chew on to sort of think about what it might mean for the show. But like I said, everything else was just the classic boilerplate information, nothing new there. But we did get a little bit of the cast and a little bit of a taste of it, and it just says coming soon. As of right now, we don't have a date. I will keep you guys updated if we get anything more, when they do green and black, or anything else they do. But what do you think so far? What do you think of the cast that they've confirmed? What do you think of that little bit about the morphing grid being brought to Earth millions of years ago? Let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell so you can get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.